Hey gamers, what's up?
Okay, so here's where we started, pretty much with just destroyed slat wall, and that was the first thing I wanted to address when I got into the storefront. You can see they overweighed their hangers, and it ripped out whole sections of slat, and their answer to fixing that was to use anchors and screws. I don't know why. As you can see, they did a lot. A whole lot. Tons and tons, as a matter of fact. So I knew going in that I was going to have a real task ahead of me with just that portion of it. And I think that's what took up the most time. Look at this. They had pieces just falling off. There's some more. It was really ridiculous. There's some falling off. I mean, this was totally unusable. I wasn't gonna try hanging my fixtures over this and run the risk of constantly having merchandise falling off the wall. So I knew going in I was just going to replace whole sheets of slat wall. Right here is the line. I figured I would just cut straight down with the circular saw. And on this one I was going to go up a little bit, cut along that line right there. Right there. And try to save the slats above it. And then I was going to drop back down to this slat and cut, and same on this one. And then I was going to butt some slat wall up to the bottom of it to lower it so I'd have slat wall closer to the ground. In the end I ended up replacing whole sheets of slat. So there's the border off. That was the first step. They have this trim work going all the way around the store, so I took it off of there where I planned to replace slat wall. That's where they had a display case, and that's where they had a hole in the wall. Their idea of fixing it though was to put packing tape and white paint over it, so I went in and fixed it properly. There was a outlet hanging out there, but as you can see I tucked it back into the wall, capped it off, and there's another little hole right there. I don't know how they got that hole there. And there's the screws. I had to pull out screws, so when I take the circular saw to it I can just yank that slat wall off. See, I have marks on the slats where I want to cut, so I don't cut in the wrong place on any of these. And there it is after I made the cuts. Ripped off the slat wall. It's kind of a pain. I mean, they really had it glued in there, and they had those tin strips along the seams, so I had to have the depth on the circular saw pretty precise so I didn't make sparks every time I hit one of those seams. There's my support beams I built for their shelves. Shelves were bowing down really badly, and they needed something, and for the weight of the games and everything I'm going to put on these shelves, I knew I needed more, and I plan on putting 2 more supports right there in those corners. So I went ahead and routed out some 2x4s right there, and they're perfect to fit right in where each shelf is. So they'll go right in that corner right there, and then I'll screw them in, and then I'll paint them later. See, and that's what they look like once they're in. And it really added structural support to those shelves. There's the first of the slat wall on. A lot better than it was before. There's some of the new slat wall right there. Got a discount on some of it too because It wasn't all white, it had some fading on it. So I got the sheets for 15 bucks off a piece, and that's pretty good considering they sell for 47 a piece. Really expensive. So every time I had to replace a sheet of slat wall, I just cringed. There's the cash wrap. Got that all finished. Really proud of that. I don't know if you remember what it looked like in the beginning, but it was pretty ugly. There's the display case. We finally pulled it out. That required some serious work. There's behind the counter. I painted inside those little alcoves. And there's the first of the border. I wanted something along the top because the slat wall goes pretty high, and I didn't want it to look really barren up there where people can't reach. I think later on we're going to display Nerdco shirts up there. Nerdco in the future will be selling shirts to level 1, and then level 1 will be selling them to the public. But yeah, I wanted to get that together. And then here's the little thing I made for where that case used to be. We put some slat wall there to the left, and yeah, fixed it up pretty nice. Can't even tell it was there. There's the taping for the first of the blue and black parts of the wall. As you can see, I've already primered it here. I went with really thick ones this time. They were a lot thinner in the old store. But I wanted to do the same thing but change it up a little bit, make it a little more substantial. So that was my answer. Covered up the cash wrap because I didn't want to get any paint on it. Those are the boards for the custom cartridge case I'm building. And that's the walkthrough where the case used to be. As you can see, I got a patch of carpet to repair there now as well. So I was left with 2 spots on the floor I needed to fix. And there's with the wall built and the new paint. We added this wall as we did in the other store for just some extra storage space in the back. I need a lot of space back there. There's that wall finished. There's that wall finished, and the border's all finished here. So that's pretty much all the painting done. It really changes, I think, the look of the store. Kind of makes it my own. I wanted it to look a lot different than Cardboard Heroes was. I don't want people walking in and saying, oh, all he did was move his stuff in. I wanted to show that I did a lot of work. And here I'm starting the custom shelf display. And I basically used the same idea that I used with my shelves at home if you watched my building a game room videos. So once I get all that together and painted, it'll be ready. There's the front part of it. And this is for the mural out front. And you'll see that come together soon. There's my supports all painted and nice. As you can see, we've moved a few of the things in now. Just trying to get the back room emptied out early. So we moved a bunch of cartridges and systems and stuff over. Like I said, I needed a lot of storage, so there you go. Left a spot there for the Mario cabinet. There's some blue trim work for the sign outside, and there's the custom case put together a little bit. I didn't know at this point, but I would be moving it to a different part. You'll see that later as well. And there's the beginning of the mural. I want to kind of mix some Mario and Sonic stuff there. And we started with a L1 logo at the bottom. We were going to do something and decided not to do it. So you'll see how that changed later on also. There's the sign again. And here's with everything moved in. This was a heck of a move. Had a lot of help though, and it was really cool. So I was really grateful to everyone who helped. And as you can see, we got some sections up. Now this is before it all got tweaked and things got organized the way I wanted them. And as you can see here, Danny doing the background of the portrait, the mural. What I really like about this is if you look at the very bottom of it, it's like Green Hill Zone, and then it fades up into a Mario style background. And as you can see here, we decided to go ahead and cover up the L1. And that's it for now. So I'll have part 2 of this video up really soon, and I hope you guys check it out. Thanks for watching.